Now let's talk real quick about cross-linking on your site. This is linking between your own pages. So it's very important to cross-link to the different pages on your site. It helps them rank higher. You don't want to overdo this, but links coming from different pages on your site and using appropriate anchor text for the keywords you're targeting can really help it rank higher. So it's recommended that you try and include 1 to 3 relevant cross-links within each blog post you make that link to other blog posts on your site. Now you want to vary the anchor text so you don't always use the same text for certain links. So for example, let's say you write a blog post and let's say it's about gardening, and let's say you're talking about growing tomatoes. And in that blog post about how to grow, large tomatoes in your own home garden, you reference in that blog post, you say, now if you're new to gardening, you'll want to make sure to read our page on how to get set up for beginners, and what have you, something like that. And then in there, you'll want to have a link to beginner gardener steps, and that is the actual anchor text. And that link then goes to the blog post or page on your site that's about beginning gardening. So that's a great use of cross-linking. And then maybe later on in that blog post, you have a mention where you talk about how fertilizer is very important, and you say you'll want to review our recommended list of fertilizer brands that we've got the best results from. And then you could make a link, actually the link itself would be recommended fertilizer brands that we recommend, or something like that. That could be the whole link, and then that links to whatever the post you made or page you have that gives a write-up or review about a whole bunch of different fertilizer brands. So that is a relevant, legitimate, natural way to cross-link between pages on your site. You'll want to do that where you can and where it makes sense. You don't want to just force in that mention of the fertilizer if it doesn't make sense on that blog post. So sometimes you may not have any cross-links on a blog post, but if you can, you want to try to work in between 1 and maybe 3. You don't want to overdo it. Links to other pages that are on your site, as you post different content. And you also want to try to work in links off of your site to, other high quality pages and other high quality pieces of content that are related thematically to the same topic, that you're writing about. That actually can really help you rank higher in Google because it's seen as natural. It's what people do. Sites naturally link to other great resources on the internet. So whether you're linking to products on Amazon or some other information guide about some good topic, so you want to do that accordingly. But cross-linking on your site is very important, where you're linking between your different pages and using appropriate anchor text. Again, mix it up. I mentioned where the link may say our recommended review of top fertilizer brands. If that's what the link is on this one post that I just mentioned, maybe you have another post where you talk about growing carrots and you bring up the fertilizer thing again, and you say something like, check out this fertilizer brand review, and fertilizer brand review or reviews is the anchor text, and it links to that fertilizer blog post again that has all those reviews. Now, both those links I just gave you, those examples, one in the tomato article, one in the carrot article, they're both linking to that fertilizer page, but the link text itself, the anchor text, was different. So that's good to have. It's good to mix it up and not just use the keyword that you're trying to rank for. Use synonyms, mix it up, use different things, use different ways to say it. Don't copy and paste the same paragraph that says, if you haven't yet read our great fertilizer review, read this. But don't use that in both blog posts. Try to mix it up where you can, but you'll definitely want to cross-link throughout your website.